Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your December 2022 mid-month general readings. We're looking at the last half of December, and this reading is for the Earth sign of Capricorn. Welcome everyone. I hope you're all doing well as we continue to move through the remainder of the year and the holiday seasons. Thanks so much for taking the time to be here, for watching any of the videos on my YouTube channel, all that you do in support of it, liking, sharing, subscribing, all of that. Thank you so much. So, Capricorn, this is for you for the last half of December 2022. If your sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign is in Capricorn, it's also relevant if you're cross-watching for a Capricorn. It is a general reading, so of course it'll resonate a little differently for everyone. If you know your sun, moon, rising, or Venus signs, watch those videos as well for any additional insight or perspective it might bring into your situation. And if you find that something does resonate well with you, you'd like to take a deeper look at something, reach out for a personal reading for yourself or as a gift for someone else. We're in the midst of a big gift-giving season right now, and personal readings do make great gifts. If you're interested in either of those options or both of them, feel free to email me at Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. You can also get that contact info attached to the description of this video. I would love to hear from you. I do offer quite a wide variety of readings in all areas of life, and while most people like to schedule a reading shortly after they get it, or as soon as they can, the readings once purchased are good for 6 months, so there's no rush to utilize them, which is particularly handy if you're purchasing one for as a gift as well, so something to keep in mind. Okay. Capricorn, let's see what the last half of December looks like for you. I am using the Tarot of Dreams and clarifying with the Radiant Rider-Waite. We begin with the Eight of Swords, feeling stuck, feeling like you can't, your hands are tied in a situation. It might be mental self-limitations because Swords is governed by the element of air, which is all about what's up here, our mental intellectual landscape. So the swords represent ideas or perspectives or ideologies or perceptions. You feel kind of trapped by that or held hostage in some way. With the Ten of Coins, long-term security and stability. It might be financial and material security and stability, or it just might be related to the security and stability of the home. Perhaps that isn't financial but emotional, because there's a strong connection of home with the Ten of Coins. It's family home, family money, family business, family property. It could represent retirement too. It doesn't necessarily have to be family, but there's often a theme of family with that. Next we have the Tower. My goodness. I think this Tower has come out for all three Earth signs, your other sister signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. It's almost like I'm doing the same reading for each sign. So the Tower, unexpected events, which often, not always, but often causes something to come crumbling down. Typically so that something can be rebuilt, or that so that you can move on and build something better. Something unexpected happening or has happened. With Faith. In this deck it's Faith, in other decks it's the Hierophant. So this could be the establishment, institutional or governmental energy, churches, hospitals, government institutions, universities. Can literally, here it's literally represents having faith. Something has happened to shake up your faith, or something has happened because of this institutional mindset or organization of some kind. I mean, let's keep going. The High Priestess. This is about intuition. This is about knowing. This is about having kind of an intuitive sense, gut instinct, higher self. Excuse me. A sixth sense about something. It typically represents that you have an intuition about this situation, or an intuition about what needs to be done, or what the right thing is to do. With the High Priestess, we have the Ten of Wands. So tens represent cycle completion. or a cycle coming full circle, whether or not that cycle completion represents something's ended and you leave it behind, or like something you've been working towards and everything finally comes together again and you rest in that, you know, like the Ten of Cups. Here in the Ten of Wands, this is somebody who feels done, like overwhelmed. They can't carry this burden anymore. It's just grown to be too much. Excuse me, let me take a drink. Okay, let's clarify. Well, actually, I need to look at overall energy from the bottom of the deck. Gosh, I think, did Taurus get this or Virgo? So overall energy for the last half of December is the Four of Cups. So the Four of Cups represents an offer being made or an opportunity there, but the person is looking at it and not sure if they should take it or not. They do have Three Cups that are upright and full, so they may not be in a hurry to take it. There's an offer to you. You don't know if you want to take it or take advantage of this opportunity or accept whatever is being offered. Or you've extended some kind of offer or opportunity to somebody else and they're not sure if they should take it or not. Let's clarify that Four of Cups. The Queen of Cups. So this is, the Queen of Cups is the Queen of Water or emotion. Typically a good source of support, somebody who's emotionally aware, intuitive. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, or somebody who manifests like the Queen of Water. This is either the person that is making the offer or opportunity available to you or vice versa. Seven of Wands, defending, protecting, standing up for that which you believe in. This could be on either side or both sides. Clarify the Eight of Swords, feeling trapped, feeling held hostage, feeling like you're stuck. It feels like you're conflicted, Capricorn, with somebody offering something to you, whether it's an actual offer like job, work, career, or emotional, or maybe an olive branch, or I mean, whatever. And you're stuck. You feel like you can't accept it for some reason, or they're doing it to you, and or you can't do it back to them. Very similar theme in the earth signs for the last half of December is two sides kind of stuck and can't see eye to eye on something profoundly important. And so because of that, there's a breakdown of a situation or a relationship or both. This sense of feeling stuck because, well, let's see why. Knight of Swords, Three of Pentacles. This is what's clarifying this feeling. I can't because of this. I can't because of that. There's a conversation here, and which is the Knight of Swords. Three of Pentacles is compromise, negotiation, trying to compromise, trying to come to some kind of common ground. But that's what's clarifying the Eight of Swords. It's like you're feeling stuck, and maybe the other person's feeling stuck too. And maybe that's where this, this offer is. It's okay, well, let's compromise on this, or let's see if we can find some common ground, or let's see if we can agree to disagree, or, try to find some way around this so that we can still stay at the same table kind of thing. But either you or the other person, or perhaps both, is like, I can't. There's no compromising for me on this. And with the Tower and Faith here, it may be because of what you or the other side views as morals or ethics or spiritual foundation or, you know, right and wrong. Maybe religious foundation. Yeah. 10 of Swords and 7 of Pentacles. So this represents feeling betrayed, stabbed in the back, thrown under the bus, or just like deeply disappointed or let down, and trying to figure out what to do about it. 7 of Pentacles is looking at what you have, how much you have invested in something, and asking yourself, okay, what do I do? Do I accept this, find a way to live with it, or can I make it better, or should I just take what I can and leave? And it may literally be about family for some of you. I mean, it may be that you feel you can't compromise on something because it wouldn't be good for you or your family. And it might be vice versa. Because it feels, and I think I saw this in Virgos too, it feels like somebody is willing to negotiate or talk or something like that, regardless of whether this is a personal relationship or a work thing. Typically with the Tower, the 10 of Wands, the 10 of Swords, it's personal. But it feels like one person's on one mountaintop and the other person's on another mountaintop, and they're kind of screaming at each other, and they can't come to they just can't. Nobody's willing to come out on the bridge any further. Clarify Tower and Faith. The Hermit and the 5 of Pentacles. This is somebody who feels very shut out, very abandoned, rejected, not good enough. Somebody who feels alone based on whatever this is that's happened. Clarify Faith. Temperance. And the Page of Swords. This feels like two people or two sides, regardless of the nature of their relationship, whether it's work related but there's a strong personal element in here if it's work related, where it feels like two sides, two people, two sides cannot agree on something that is profoundly important. But both of them are coming from the same kind of emotional foundation or morality. It's like one person is saying, I can't do that because I don't feel good about doing that, because I don't think that's right. I don't think that's right for me. I don't think that's right for my family. And the other person is saying the exact same things and coming from the exact same place. It's just, it's about different viewpoints on something. That's what I'm seeing here. And this causing a huge upset and making probably both sides feel very abandoned, rejected, cut out, on the outs, shut out, not good enough. All 3 of the other signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, were so similar. But in a way I don't like, right? It's like, I often hope that, you know, the readings resonate with as many people as possible. But when it comes to readings that show up as challenging as this, and they're kind of tricky too, being general, but I always hope these readings don't resonate for very many people, just because it looks like a really difficult, challenging time, even though it's something I think most, if not all of us, have gone through at one point or another. So let's clarify the Priestess and the 10 of Wands, because this implies that either you intuitively know what the right thing is to do to move on with this or from this, or that there may be an older, because the Priestess, the High Priestess and the Hierophant both can represent people who are maybe older or who have a bit more wisdom and experience. They can represent like counselors or therapists or pastors or whatever that may be able to, you know, to have, sometimes it helps to have an uninvested person kind of giving advice and guidance. You might see something that you didn't see before, or they might share a viewpoint with you that you hadn't thought of. I mean, it might be that too. I mean, the High Priestess is about intuition, but it's not always about self-intuition. It can also be about somebody who also has those abilities quite strongly. Ace of Swords, Epiphany, the light bulb going off over the head. So either you have a big awakening, well, you would either way. It's just whether it stems from inside yourself, or perhaps with the help of another person, a wise, kind of intuitive person or experienced person that says, look, here's something, here's this new thought or new perspective, maybe that you haven't seen or you haven't thought of yet. Could be a way through, or a way out of this, or Justice and the Ace of Wands, how to make something right moving forward, how to have a new beginning. And I mean, this can go either way in terms of outcome because it's a general reading. It may be that you need to disengage yourself completely from this situation. That might need to be permanent, or it might just need to be temporary. Maybe there needs to be a cooling off period. But it feels like there's a way through, and it does feel like somebody's trying to, or maybe both of you are trying to, extend an olive branch. Again, it feels like there's this like brick wall in between you right now. So let's end with any advice, guidance, feedback from Spirit for Capricorn for the last 2 weeks of December 2022. The Hanged Man is the first card of advice. So the Hanged Man isn't doing anything other than waiting to see how something plays out, watching and gaining new insight or information, learning. But this is a card of not taking any decisive action just yet. Strength, facing your fears, your doubts, your insecurities, wrestling with your shadow self, which is just a different way of saying, okay, what part have I had to play in this? What responsibility do I hold? And it doesn't necessarily mean that your belief or where this viewpoint that you're coming from is wrong. It might just, because even when people don't agree, typically estrangement and separation comes from how they communicate with each other. The Star comes after the Tower in the tarot because it renews, restores, and rebuilds. This is a card of renewal and restoration and reconciliation as well, potentially. Now, this advice, of course, would preclude any relationships that are like really abusive and cruel or violent or vicious or anything like that. Those, you separate yourself from that because nobody needs to deal with that. But for the rest of you who are going through some kind of difficulty within a relationship, big difficulty within a relationship, and the consequence is total estrangement. It may be that there needs to be a bit of a cooling off period, but Spirit is advising that you not take any decisive action now that might be difficult or not possible to undo down the road, that there is still hope and renewal available in this situation. Okay. Capricorn, those are your messages for the last half of December 2022. While I hope that any of this truly painful or conflictive energy doesn't resonate with very many of you, but for those of you for whom it does, and you feel like maybe taking a deeper look at it and reaching out for a personal reading for yourself or as a gift for someone else, for this or any other reason, feel free to email me directly at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. You can also get that contact info by clicking on the description link. I will see you all in a couple of weeks for the very first general readings of a brand new year. In the meantime, have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year and a wonderful and safe holiday season. I hope to see you back here again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.